Today I'm joined by Master Ken, 11th degree black. Wait, 11th? Is that correct? 11th degree black belt?
Yeah.
That sounds fake.
Well, it's just you've never met anybody as advanced as I am.
But I thought 10th degree was the highest.
Yeah, for everybody else. The power of Ameridote can't be contained within 10 degrees, so we had to add another one.
And what exactly is Ameridote? It sounds made up. Did you make it up?
All martial arts are made up.
If you make up a style, that means you're experienced and skilled.
Right. But somebody had to make karate.
Right.
Somebody had to stand around and go, what's a silly, really inefficient, goofy way of moving? And then they had to do it a bunch of times and be like, I wonder if I could charge people for this.
And what makes you qualified to create your own martial art?
Well, it's because I spent many years going to other dojos, taking what did work with none of the weaknesses. You know, for instance, Taekwondo. They know how to throw a kick, but they throw it too high, exposing their groin. Okay, so we lower the kicks. Krav Maga. They like to take guns away, but Krav Maga people also dress very funny. They wear silly sneakers. Tai Chi is only useful if you're fighting a sloth. It's actually the development of Tai Chi. A village was invaded by sloths. It was the slowest invasion in history. They could look up out on the hills every day and just see the menacing sloths. Took like a week for them to just get to the village. But they had time to develop Tai Chi to defend. So they go out to the edge of the village and they would just go. Doing that to
You're done?
push the sloths back. So
I
the
get
speed,
your point, yeah.
Yeah, the speed
Right.
is inefficient with
Yeah.
Tai Chi. So we just took some of the postures and then just sped them up.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Many of your videos contain techniques that are highly unrealistic and could get somebody killed, like gun defense.
I'm teaching things that criminals are not going to expect. Every school will teach you some sort of wrist grab or X block or some sort of nonsense like that. I haven't found one school that will teach you how to catch a bullet with their teeth and blow it back into the gun. I think it's irresponsible not to teach somebody how to defend against an assailant who's holding 3 guns at once. I'm out here saving lives. Some of them. Like Tupac Shakur once said.
The rapper?
Yeah. You got one shot. You got to shoot your shot. 8 Mile.
Oh, that's Eminem. 8 Mile?
No, thank you. No, I had some candy before I came in.
Okay. You often tell people to attack the groin.
Tupac.
Why are you so obsessed with groins?
8 Mile.
Why are you so obsessed with groins?
The groin is the most devastating target to have attacked on your body. Spiritually, we hold our life force in our groin. It's not just a groin, it's a container of gooey life force.
But you claim to teach street lethal techniques.
Yes.
So have you actually been in any street fights? And how did they go?
Of course. As far as the results of actual street fights, my lawyer has advised me not to confirm the number of deaths involved. But I'm here, and as far as you know, none of my opponents are.
You once said that karate is BS. As a lifelong karate practitioner, I find that extremely offensive. What do you have to say about that?
Well, first of all, the word you're groping for is bullshit. That's the word we use. Bullshit. Not BS. Bullshit.
We'll have to censor that.
Censor what? The word bullshit. Bullshit. I'm always flattered.
I mean, this is a family show. I will have to censor that.
Families should learn how to defend themselves from bullshit. You're putting families in danger. And the first time they see bullshit, they won't know bullshit. Because they won't recognize bullshit because they've never heard bullshit. So.
Okay, anyway.
What was the question?
Street fighting.
Yeah.
And how did that go?
So the reason this is so effective is because Ameridote has no rules. Everything is up for grabs, okay? Biting. A lot of times, a lot of schools don't teach squeezing. Squeezing itself is a technique. You know what I mean?
Really?
Just finding a piece of the body and just squeezing everything out of it, whatever's in it.
Sounds like it's not that effective.
Where are all my opponents? I don't see any of them.
Oh, you got a point.
Here.
Okay, so some people say that respect and humility are essential in martial arts. Why don't you agree?
Humility is not useful to me. My belief in myself, my understanding that I am the most dangerous martial artist in the world is what fuels me. Every morning I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, and then I recognize why I'm so scary. I see all that energy. I see the scariest martial artist that's ever lived and I go, oh wait, that's me.
Some people claim you run a McDojo. What is your response to that?
If they mean that the martial arts that I offer is bad for your health, guilty as charged. Meaning you're gonna receive a lot of dangerous training. If they mean that I look a bit like Ronald McDonald, if we were to get a haircut and wash some of the makeup off and then go to the gym and then buy a new uniform and then legally change his name and take off his big clown shoes and get in a time machine and then go back in time to live his life completely differently, being a totally different person, guilty as charged.
So you're a big inspiration to a lot of weirdos out there. Who are your biggest inspirations?
I'm looking at him. Looking at him right now.
Oh, there's a mirror over there. So what about people like...
Hang on. Just getting inspired.
Okay, so what about people like Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee?
They inspired me by making all the mistakes first. Seeing Chuck Norris waste all of his time making, quite honestly, pretty boring movies. There didn't used to be anything to do back in the 70s. You could watch paint dry, you could throw rocks, or you could watch a Chuck Norris movie. When it comes to Bruce Lee, he wrote a very funny book called The Tao of Jeet Kune Do. That's a funny book. Whenever I need a good laugh, just open that up and just chuckle.
So you do know how to read. Anyway.
This is all I need to be able to read. I just need to be able to read this.
Yeah.
Wake up every morning, look myself in the mirror, and say, listen, neck. You go out there and you get them.
What is the biggest misconception that people have about you and your skills?
That there's something that I can't do. Like, you can't rip someone's eyes out. You can't stomp someone's groin into powder and then put the powder in a container and then take the container and then market it and sell people's powdered groins to other people in other countries. That's illegal, You can't just go breaking into people's dojos and, vandalizing them and writing your name and
Will you actually
stamping.
do that? Have you done that?
Are we rolling?
I thought,
No.
isn't that illegal?
No, I'm just saying, as an example, I'm saying
okay.
people say that I can't do a lot of things
yeah.
that I could do
Right, in
if I
theory.
wanted to do, in theory.
I see. Okay.
Not that I've done them.
No.
You can't eat that whole wheel of cheese. You want to bet? You can't clog 7 hotel rooms' toilets in one day. You want to bet? You want to bet? Hello, front desk. Yes, I'm sorry, I need another room. Y'all need to get your plumbing fixed. I can't believe I've found 6 rooms in a row with clogged toilets. By the way, there's a company that will be delivering some cheese to the front desk.
So what motivates you to continue teaching despite all the criticism you get?
Some people might find this answer romantic or overly sentimental, even cheesy. But the reason is money. Just I wash with the money, style my hair with the money, wipe off sweat with the money. go to the bathroom with the money.
That's very inspirational. So speaking of inspiration, do you have any last wise words of wisdom to all the people out there watching?
If I had to give people some parting wisdom, I'd say 3 things. 1, don't train in bullshit. 2, study Ameridote. And 3, is to always restuff that groin. You go out there and you get them.
I can't.
By the way, there's a company that will be delivering some cheese to the front desk.
Your videos are very popular, and you've even been on magazine covers, is that right?
Yes. Let's see, I was on the cover of Black Belt magazine. I was on the cover of Martial Arts Illustrated. I was on the cover of Dojo Daddy Dilfs, which is a smaller circulation, but very popular. That's a expensive subscription, number 1. And number 2, it's a particular... We got pretty far there. Oh. You're gonna have to blur this out because they didn't pay for this. I actually have an anti-sponsorship program where people pay me not to. Because value crashes.
I can see
value
that.
Absolutely crashes. So I send like a hostage video to the sponsor, holding their product, saying, "You send me $1,000, and I won't let anybody know that I use this."
That's why you're not wearing my karate gi brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to pay a lot for that.